After 2.5 years of controversy and litigation, finally, America's Cup 33 has been decided on the water. February 14, 2010, Valencia, Spain. The America's Cup is America's again!
Earlier this year, Larry Ellison, Russell Coutts and James Spithill hit the headlines when they won the America's Cup for BMW Oracle Racing. 3 months later, they're back on the water for the second round of the RC44 Championship on Lake Trunzi in Austria. But this time, they're not all on the same boat. This time, talented helmsman James Spithill is going head-to-head with Ellison and Coutts.
Well, I was obviously really keen to come and do some racing after the last America's Cup, which was predominantly spent testing the trimaran and everything around. Really, that was the priority. Unfortunately, we didn't get to do a lot of racing because of that program. So we really wanted to find the class to get back into it. We always enjoyed the RC44 class because the level was extremely high on the match racing. It had the fleet racing. But the best thing were the boats. You know, if you asked all the sailors, out of all the classes we sail, they'd probably choose the RC44.
Returning to the 44 is quite a change after the incredible 90-foot trimaran they raced in the America's Cup.
You know, obviously it was very, very enjoyable. I mean, to get an opportunity to sail a boat like that is a once-in-a-lifetime deal, and you do sort of take it for granted. And it's been a little hard afterwards, because when you get used to sailing a boat like that, to suddenly stop, you know, you sort of don't really know what to do with yourself for the first few weeks. The comparison I give to that boat is it's like a 2-year-old boy, you know, red-headed boy that you just can't take your eye off it for more than 5 seconds, or it gets itself into trouble. And you know, with that boat, with the wing in it, it was 24 hours it had to be manned. You know, the boat. You know, the wing was always up, and you could never leave it on its own, you know, because it would want to sail around, and it was always, you know, was creating a lot of lift. So, yeah, it was a handful and a lot of effort. So I'm happy that it's in the shed at the moment.
The big boat's in the shed, but Spithill's back out on the water again.
We like winning races, you know, and that's how we're judged on our. You know, with our careers. So we, obviously this first event we were realistic, but certainly going forwards now, you know, we'd like to start winning the regattas again. You know, that's where we left the class, and quite honestly, that's where we want to be.
Heading into the last race of the regatta, there are only 3 points between RC44 Challenge James Spithill and BMW Oracle Racing. BMW Oracle started in the middle of the line. They struggled to get clear. For the entire race, they were swapping places with Team Serif, Islas Canarias, Portocalero, and no way back. Spithill and RC44 Challenge did everything they could to try and secure regatta victory, and they won the last race by a comfortable margin. But BMW Oracle Racing crossed the line in 4th, just a couple of metres ahead of the Spaniards after overtaking them during the last run, and that was a move that helped deliver overall victory. The fight for the final podium place was also close. Peter Hirema's no way back, eventually finishing 3rd overall.
It was obviously the points between 3 boats, so Sea Dubai, RC44 Challenge and us and BMW Oracle Racing were literally 2 points apart, and it came down to whoever, you know, was going to do well in that race, and you know, fortunately we just did enough to tie for first with RC44 Challenge and win the regatta.
And any time you do an in-house race, it's always like that, and that was a tough one to lose, because now those guys are going to be reminding us about it till the next event.